Popping.
Welcome back to the Jay and Hatah Show, y'all.
Welcome to another wonderful episode of the Jay and Hatah Podcast.
How you feeling this week?
I am straight. Yo, but this week has been long.
Oh my goodness. All I know is I'm ready for tomorrow because I can watch Cruella on Disney Plus.
Oh,
and I don't have to pay 30 of them things for it.
Yeah, boy, you don't want to pay
So
the
I don't need nobody to call me and talk to me because I don't want to get in white people my money. However, I'm ready to see it.
I mean, because you already kind of give it to them because you paid a subscription. So,
Man, yeah, but I just...
But then you got to pay like another $30 on top of it.
$30.
Because what else was like Black Widow's on there like that too, ain't it? You got to pay extra.
Nah, I can't do it, Jack. So tomorrow is going down.
So how much is the subscription? Like $10?
For what? For Disney Plus?
Yeah.
I don't know. We have like the bundle, right?
I don't know.
See, I don't know, but
I'm just saying that
I ain't paying $30 on top of that motherfucker. I know that much.
So the latest thing that everybody been doing is this egg crate challenge, right?
Listen.
Dog.
Some of y'all ain't got adequate insurance to be doing the egg crate challenge. I'm just gonna put it out there. Exactly. Adequate, if any, at all. Medicaid ain't gonna pay for no falling down off of what happened. I fell off the 12 crates.
Look, I was like, I know a lot of people probably like, I'm gonna do this egg crate, and if I fuck myself up, I'm just gonna go lay in the bathroom at Walmart.
What?
I'm gonna tell them I slipped and fell.
No, you gotta make it into Walmart first. Because these people are hurting themselves over this egg crate challenge. It's a distraction, y'all. Stay woke.
Yo, did you see the woman that died in Dallas yesterday?
I ain't watching no video.
I'm not watching
no video of nobody dying.
And I think that's the craziest part of it. Like, people like snapping their legs in half. Like, literally like in half.
Didn't Boosie have it set up and it had like different people trying it? I didn't watch it. I don't watch a lot of the egg crate challenges because I can't watch people hurt themselves.
I watched the Boosie one because, okay, so what's his name? YK Cyrus.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Wyatt Osiris. Whatever.
Yeah,
we old, so we don't know.
But anyway, Boosie don't know the nigga name either. He was calling him, Yo Cyrus. He was calling that nigga the wrong
Boosie is an uncle status at this point. Yeah, I can't watch people purposefully hurt themselves. I don't know why. Like, I watch a lot of weird shit, but I can't watch people in real life hurt themselves.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been watching the shit out of it.
I can't.
But it's because I'm amazed that people are like, I mean, I understand that people want to be popular and it's the cool thing to do on the internet, but this shit is stupid.
It is very dumb. I'm mad that they had one with Greg Abbott going up the crate. Who would do that? Speaking of, his ass got COVID, but that's another story.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like it was one where this old dude was climbing, he was at the top, and some dude just came and like kicked the crates from up under it.
Y'all ain't shit out here.
Yeah, hey,
y'all ain't shit out here.
Please do something better with your time than the egg crates.
If y'all need something to do, watch Cruella tomorrow on Disney Plus.
You gotta pay for it.
Spend some time with your kids.
You want them to watch some stuff they gotta pay for. They out here playing with egg crates. They not finna pay for Disney Plus.
They not. If they playing with egg crates, they not. So never mind. I'm speaking to a whole.
They still shooting basketball in them in some places.
Oh, you know what? you know what? Anyways, so speaking of like subscription services, there's this new Paramount Plus that's coming out.
Oh,
apparently, it has literally, if you're in like your 30s, maybe late 20s, like a lot of the good shows we used to watch from our childhood are on Paramount.
But is Alex Mack on there though?
Yes. Alex Mack, Are You Afraid of the Dark? As Told by Ginger. All that. Kenan and Kel.
The famous Jet Jackson.
I don't know what that is, but it may be on there. But like a lot of the stuff that we used, like a lot of the Nickelodeon shows and some other stuff too, but that's what pulled me in because I know y'all know I love Kenan and Kel. I ain't even gotta talk about it.
You know Nick Cannon put the Nick in Nickelodeon.
He probably did. Speaking of the new season of Wild 'N Out, I'm not a fan.
It's super whack.
It's that whole what is it, Mad Max type of
the digital thing that they do.
And then they do holograms of people and stuff. Nah, I don't. Nick, no, don't do that.
Maybe time just let it go.
Don't do that, Nick. Just let it go.
He fought so hard to bring it back though.
He did, and I genuinely love Wild 'N Out though. Like it's the new age kind of sort of Mad TV type
I kind of see what you mean.
with a spin, and I love the Mad. I mean, of course, it's not the exact same as Mad TV, but just the fact that they have skits and they play games, and it's all a good time, and of course with like some hip hop element to it. So I love it, but man, I don't know about this season. I don't know if I can watch it. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's kind of hard.
There's like 8 people in the audience.
Yeah. Yeah, it's.
Wildin'.
I get it. They gotta still social distance and stuff, but it's a hard watch for me. I'm gonna still try to support it, but it's a hard watch.
So if you were trapped in a room and you could only watch like this current part of like only the digital part of Wildin' Out and the Equalizer for the rest of your life, what would
I would watch Wildin' Out. I would get my whole life watching.
So the great scheme of things.
I mean, if you put it against the Equalizer, Queen Latifah's or Denzel Washington.
I mean,
Wildin' Out. Anyways, so yeah.
So what's in your mind this week? Talk to me.
So, y'all know I ain't got no kids. I'm forever Ain't Shay Shay. That's what my nieces and nephews call me. And yeah, that's what they call me. So I always feel like there is not enough spotlight on the importance of aunties and uncles.
So talk to me.
I feel like aunties and uncles are definitely needed in society, in the world, in your life. It's funny when you think about it. Some of the celebrities that we like hold in a high regard, like Angela Bassett, or even Uncle Snoop, we automatically give them an auntie uncle title because we fucks with them. So I feel like
you try to listen to it. So when you get like T.I. the uncle status, you got Uncle Tip.
T.I. has definitely stepped into Uncle Tip.
So you got
Uncle Clifford.
Uncle Clifford, and then you got Erica. You put Erica in there, right?
Erica is auntie.
Okay.
She's auntie.
So who else would you throw in there?
You know, a lot of people call Monique Auntie Monique. Yeah. Whether we like her or not, we call her Auntie Monique because there's that level of respect for her. Okay. Even though she does a lot of dumb shit, there's still that level of respect. Like Cedric the Entertainer, he's an uncle to me.
Yeah.
He's an uncle. What?
Nothing.
No, what were you gonna say? Like I said earlier, Boosie is definitely in the uncle territory.
Yeah, you gotta throw Boosie in.
Not the old Uncle Boosie, not Boosie
like
Collins, but
I guess you put Mike Evans in there, or he's still cousin Day Day.
He
on the line. He's
on the line. He's on the line because he got the gray hair and stuff, but.
I mean, maybe for us.
For us, he's more like a cousin. For our generation, he's like a cousin.
Okay, I can see that.
So it just varies. But I think as far as like aunties and uncles, and I say we because I don't have any children. I'm an auntie.
I mean,
you are uncle, but you also have kids too. But I'm talking about especially not just the ones who don't have kids, but just aunties and uncles in general don't get the respect and the recognition that we deserve because I feel like aunties and uncles are definitely important, especially coming up. So like to me, I feel like aunties and uncles are like an extension of your parents.
Yeah,
like just giving a little background about me, my sisters are they're significantly older than me.
You way older.
Well, you said it for me. But they're older than me and they're all like 3 years apart and then it's like 11 years later.
Yeah, boy, you late.
The remix.
You came late to the party.
So, I am the party. It didn't start till I came in, first of all. I am the Beyonce of the group. But anyways, so I came later, so I'm actually closer in age to my nieces and nephews. But even then, I feel like having that auntie relationship with them, it helps because there are, when it comes to like your parents, there are certain conversations that you can have with your aunties and uncles that you can't with your parents, but you still hold them in that same, you still look at them kind of like your parents, but with like a twist.
See, I mean, because I understand that, like, because one of my, like, growing up, like, one of my most favorite aunties, she was, like, 2 or 3 years older than us. So, like, we didn't even really just call her, like, auntie, right? It was just
awkward.
It was just the name. Like, she was like, hey, yo, don't call me that until we, like, got grown and had kids. And then she was like, okay, y'all got to relax on that now, because...
See, I was like, no, I'm Aunt Shay Shay. You won't call me.
You know what I mean? But... Yeah. Like you said, like she was the one person that I knew, like no matter what I was going through, she was the person that I could go to and I could like literally bare my soul to and I didn't get judged. Like, I didn't have to worry about it, like, coming back on me in any kind of way.
Of course.
And it was just somebody that it was just super comfortable.
Because it's like you want to get that parental or older person, that wisdom, so to speak, or whatever, advice, but you don't want to tell your parents everything because your parents look at you a different way. And so if you make a mistake, you're worried about them concentrating on what you did and not how you feel, or what you may be going through growing up. All they know is, I do want my kid to do this, I don't want my kid to do this. And aunties and uncles, we've been there, and so we look more on as, you being your own individual person and doing what you want to do. Now, if you need some life advice, I'll tell you, hey, I felt like this and this is what I went through, but you're going to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I definitely feel like, because I'm the type of auntie where my nieces and nephews come to me and they tell me things that may be going on or, whatever, and kind of just be like, well, what do I do? Or I just let them vent. Sometimes you just need someone to vent to.
Yeah.
And I may give advice. I may just let them vent. I'll let them know when they're wrong.
Yeah.
And
I think that's the most important is, it's that fair assessment of, to be able to determine, like, okay, yeah, you in the right here, but you in the wrong there. Because that's kind of what I do with, like, I try to do with my nephews, like you was about to say. It's like, I feel like they're comfortable enough to come and talk to me about whatever. And I can be like, okay, look, this is where you messed up at. This is probably where you need, this is a room of improvement.
Right.
But it's on you to make the decisions to better yourself.
Right. Or praise them for the decisions that they make and be like, you know what, I'm proud of you. Or I probably would have handled the same way given whatever background information you have. And my thing is, like you said a few moments ago, and not judging you.
Yeah.
Because my thing is, I can give you all the advice you want. I can tell you how I would deal with it or how I think you should deal with it. But at the end of the day, you're going to do what you want to do. And I'm going to love you anyways. And I'm going to support you anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
And you don't always get that from parents. Because you could have a good relationship with your parents. You could have a strained relationship with your parents. But I feel like with the aunties and uncles, it's kind of like I said, you have that parental figure, but it's like a twist.
Yeah.
So you don't, you can actually be more comfortable and say how you feel. My nieces and nephews use a curse in front of me all the time. I don't care if that's what you needed to do to kind of express yourself.
But do you feel like it's only that way because you're close in age that you didn't care? Or, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, or would it be...
Part of it, but then also because I didn't have kids, so I didn't necessarily treat them... I treated them as kids, but not really.
Okay.
And then also because a lot of them didn't have kids, so they felt like they could relate to me as far as some things that they were going through. But I do think age has helped a lot, especially with some of the things they're going through, because we kind of listen to the same music and stuff like that. Although the older I get, the more I'm like, ooh, who are you talking about?
What that again, baby?
But I also make myself available for them because, especially growing up in the South, you can't talk to your parents about a lot of this new stuff that's going on and this new perspective and stuff like that. But again, if you just need to vent, you can vent to me. If you want me to give you advice, I'll give you some advice. But again, I'll also let you know when you're messing up. And my nieces and nephews know that if I actually say, hey, you fucking up, and this is where you fucked up at, I'm not saying they have to necessarily listen to me.
Right.
But instead of being a parent where no matter what you do, you're wrong because you don't know anything, I feel like they take heed to that. And it makes them evaluate their choices and their future choices a little bit more closely. But at the same time, I'll be like, you fucking up. I still love you though. But, and sometimes me and my nieces and nephews have a little bit more of a comfortable rapport. So sometimes I have to tell them, hey, I got to put my auntie hat on right now.
Okay.
I gotta be an auntie to you. I can't be your friend. I have to be an auntie to you and let you know A, B, C, or D. But at the same time, I think it's necessary to have that type of relationship with your aunties and uncles.
Yeah.
Because you may not know what you're doing, what the consequences of your actions are going on or whatever. But I feel like that auntie or uncle can also kind of be that liaison between you and your parents.
Okay.
So if what you're doing is kind of dangerous, but I can kind of talk you through it, versus, okay, I need to tell your mom about this because I know you may not think that this is something she needs to know, but she definitely needs to know.
Okay.
I only do that when there's harm involved, when there's potential harm, if there's potential harm. Other than that, your secret stays with me. And it's funny because my sisters used to be upset, like, well, how did you know about this and you didn't tell me? That wasn't my business to tell.
Okay.
And I feel like as long as, especially growing up in that, puberty, pubescent teenage years or whatever, I would rather be a sounding board, someone they can come to, versus them going to their friends who know just as much as they do, but just nothing. Or for them to just go out and do something without having that outlet. Again, keeping those secrets. I know I've confided a lot of secrets into my aunties. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
But, and to this day, for all I know, they haven't gotten out.
As far as you know.
As far as I know. I mean, if they did, I'm grown now, so what? Who want to fight? But I just feel like aunties and uncles, there's Mother's Day, there's Father's Day. I think there is like a National Aunties and Uncles Day.
Yeah, for sure.
There needs to be more attention brought to that because aunties are the ones that babysit. They probably know more about your kids than you do. There have been days where I had picked up my nieces and nephews from school and I'm like, or my great nieces from school and been like, hey, we was right out. And we've made some memories like that. So I don't know. I'm forever gonna be an auntie, and that's fine. That's fine. So tell the people a little bit more about your relationship with your nephews, because you have children, but you also have nieces and nephews. So do you find yourself being a little different with your children versus your nieces or your nephews?
For sure, I'm definitely more relaxed with the nephews than I am with the kids. Like, I'm probably, believe it or not, I'm probably more stern with the kids than I am with the nephews. I mean, because they're not mine. But, but I've always been the fun one to them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, so when I come around, they know it's a fun time. It's for to be jokes. It's for to be
you that uncle. Hey nephew, man.
Yeah, I'm coming in. I'm talking shit, and Yeah. And then so I guess they kind of expect it. So now they come, they talk shit back. Right. And, you know what I mean? So it went from wrestling and throwing them and slamming them down all over the ground.
Slamming you down.
And now to my back bad and I can't pick them up like that. And they beat them boy.
But you gonna talk your shit.
So now I just talk shit to them.
Okay. Yeah. And they know they ain't nothing just the.
Yeah. No, I'm not. But I'm a race one though.
You keep saying you're gonna have this race.
I'm racing though. I'm ready.
That boy plays football.
He don't play no more. That's why I'm ready.
Okay.
Hey, he in college now. That's what I'm saying. He up there, he partying and stuff.
He's still young.
That's okay though. But he up there, he probably.
When was the last time you ran full speed for real?
Monday.
Full speed? Probably. At your fullest speed? I'm not talking 90%, 80%. I'm talking 100% hater speed.
I mean, I didn't hit about 90%. No, so I know I can do 100. Those open. Oh, okay. I could probably outrun what's her name? Shakira.
You know what? We're not gonna do that.
Shit.
We're not gonna do that.
She got smoked the other day, so
you know what?
I probably give her a good run right now.
I feel like she would still whoop your ass.
Crazy.
In sprint.
Crazy.
She lives here. We can find her.
She smoked.
She's not the only one that smokes. So
she smoked, so her lungs bad. And so I'm gonna win.
But she also okay, whatever you say. But
that's just what the people say.
I don't know. My nieces and nephews, I feel like, because I mean, I have something like a relationship with my sisters, just being honest. But because they were much older than me, and I was closer to the nieces and nephews. I tend to have more of a rapport with them. So every Wednesday night we do the family video chat just to kind of check in, and they know I'm the one that's really into mental health and making sure everyone's okay. So even as busy as we are, whether we're on it for 10 minutes or 2 hours, we always check in and make sure everyone's doing good and not a surface, how you doing? I'm fine. How are you? Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, no, if you're really going through something, that's kind of your chance to talk it out. And we have these things called sessions that my older sister had implemented, but where in the sessions, kind of similar to a therapy session or whatever, right. But you get out whatever you need to get out. You can call an emergency session or whatever. And it doesn't have to be with everyone, but you can get out what you need to get out. There's literally no judgment. You can say whether you just want to vent and whatever your deepest, darkest thoughts that you don't want to say out loud because you feel like someone may judge you for saying it, you can get that out. Or if you did something bad, you're like, hey, y'all, I'm in a bind. This is what's going on. I know I probably shouldn't have done it. I know I'm in a fucked up situation, but I need help. And we're literally just there to help. We're not worried about why you did what you did. We're worried about the here and now. You already know that you're fucking up or that you're in a bad situation because of how you're telling us.
So I'm glad you said it. So I also want to say, like, if you don't have aunties and uncles that you can do that to, find you some friends that you can be able to just sit down and just bare your soul to.
Yes.
And be unjudged.
You know what else helps too? Finding that older person that you work with.
Yo,
listen.
I done made a lot of work, like, you know, little cats.
Find you a Mr. Johnson or
damn Mr. Johnson.
I always default to Mr. Johnson, but I have one at work. I haven't been able to talk to her a lot since the pandemic, but having that auntie type of motherly type figure at work, I feel like it's just the same. It doesn't have to be blood. Your aunties and uncles don't have to be blood.
They're not all necessarily blood.
But I feel like the end result is the same as far as what you're looking for. So yeah, definitely if you can link up with someone who's older at work, who's lived a little bit.
Yeah, boy.
Man, that's good.
Hey, they'll teach you the game too.
And they'll bring you food too. Like they'll bring you some plates from the house.
I hope I don't ever get to the point where I'll be the old nigga bringing food.
You don't want to get to the point?
I mean,
you halfway there. You talk about the food you make. You just ain't.
Yeah, I talk about. I ain't
all the
bring
time.
I don't bring them nothing.
You do sometimes though, and that's okay.
I tell them, I be like, I'll be out, but they be paying. I don't be paying. I don't be coming out of pocket.
Oh, okay. Got it.
You know what I mean? That's different. I be like, hey,
so you don't bring donuts or nothing to the office?
Hell no. I mean, I have.
You see how fast that went? I mean,
I have.
But no, definitely the workplace aunties and uncles, they deserve some recognition too, because they be saving people's lives and relationships up in the office, and they don't even realize.
Hey, I can't tell you how many times I bury my soul to somebody like that at work.
On a break? You be sitting out there, you be like,
I'd be like, dog, I done did this and that and this, and boy, I don't know, G.
Yeah.
And boy, I don't know where I'm gonna go. I just like
And then it don't ever leave.
And then you be looking at you like, yeah, fella, you going through it.
Yeah,
like,
you messed up.
I'm out there like, yeah.
I've always envied people who have relationships like that with their parents, where they could really talk about it. Because if I bring anything to my mama, well, did you pray about it? Listen here, ma'am.
I think I've gotten there with my daddy for sure.
Yeah, I think you have.
Because we talk about some of the craziest shit.
I know. I'd be like, how can he talk to his daddy like that? My mom would either tell me to pray on it, or she would take whatever I said to the altar because I'm a heathen. So there is no in between with her. But definitely, I've always envied anyone that had that type of relationship with their parents. But again, it doesn't have to be your parents if your parents aren't around, if they don't roll like that. But But also, there are some ain't shit aunties and uncles either. So you definitely don't want one that like takes advantage.
I mean, and you already know who the not shit ones is,
right? You know, just like kids know who they want to fool with and don't want to fool with. You know which ones you don't. And I'm not saying all aunties and uncles are like, oh Lord, they the best, but there's some that ain't shit. But I'm speaking for the ones, the gems.
So what's the best piece of advice an auntie or uncle type person has ever given you?
You can love your family, but you don't have to like them. From my own family, I would say that one, and the other second solid piece of advice I've gotten is at the end of the day, everyone is out for self, so you need to make sure you are good. Because if you don't make sure you're good, why do you expect anyone else to?
I think the best thing somebody ever told me was, everybody with you ain't for you.
Everybody ain't your friend.
And I was like, that don't even make sense.
Right.
And then like when I started, separate myself and becoming a little different person, and then you be like, hey, such and such said this, such and such said that, and then you be like, dog, like, but they still come to you like, hey boy, hey, you my dog, hey boy, I love you, boy. Hey,
listen, I've learned that people who do nothing but gossip about other people when they're around you, what do you think they're telling other people?
That's why I more likely gossip nothing to nobody about nothing.
Don't nobody know what's going on. I share a lot of wild mess on the internet, but that don't mean it pertains to me at all.
Yeah, but not many people know the personals.
Right. And if you do, you wouldn't let it get out. So But yeah, I just thought there should be a little spotlight on aunties and uncles. So shout out to all the good aunties and uncles out there.
And even if they ain't your blood, hey.
Yes, this
and
is
if you the old nigga at work and you just realize you the old nigga at work by listening to this episode, that's okay.
If you Mr. Johnson, that's okay.
Keep supporting them kids because they gonna need somebody.
They need somebody to talk to. And help, them young kids may actually help save your marriage. Because Mr. Johnson, you know you can't be talking to them girls like that.
Boy, you can't be looking at that girl like that.
You know Miss Mary ain't gonna have that.
You gonna get a sexual charge.
Sexual harassment panda's gonna come out here.
How you gonna tell your wife you lost your job for grabbing that girl booty?
You know what? So yeah, shout out to all the aunties and uncles out there.
So you ain't paid the words of wisdom?
How dare you ask me that?
Oh, they talk to me then.
So the petty words of wisdom this week, and I think this. When I first came up with this, I was like, dog, the older I get, the more I realize it. But the longer you entertain what's not for you, the longer you postpone what is. Now I'm going to run that back again. The longer you entertain what is not for you, the longer you postpone what is. AKA, don't block your blessings.
I mean,
wasting your time on something that relationships, and friendships, kinships, all of that. Jobs.
Like, how you gonna get the blessing when you go to your own shot?
Right. How are you gonna find a man of your dreams, but you sitting here with Tyrone who ain't got no job, who has 6 kids, and who keeps cheating on you, and you just want to be in a relationship, but you got this dude over here that's just waiting for you to be single. You know, how are you gonna succeed in your business when you got this job holding you down that you're miserable at?
Yeah, boy.
You know what I mean? So my thing is, if it's not for you, don't entertain it. Because listen, the older I get, my life is short, man.
Yeah, boy, this ride is short.
Man, and so life is too short not to do what you want to do and to be happy. So I don't care what anyone else thinks that happiness should look like for you. Whatever makes you happy, literally do you, boo. Do you. So yeah, those are my little petty words of wisdom.
That's what's up.
I tried.
So as always, you can always find us at www.janehater.com.
Yes, or on Instagram at JDucey.
And you can find your boy at Lord Hater. And you can also find us on Facebook.
On the Facebook, on the YouTube.
Yeah, boy. We
Jay and Hater.
Yeah, boy. We got the TikTok. We ain't did one in a minute.
No, we ain't did one in a minute. There's a couple I want to do with you, but
I ain't putting on a woman's clothes.
My mental health won't allow me to introduce that type of stuff in our relationship.
I ain't putting on a woman's
especially like certain pranks and stuff. Because a lot of them are like pretend like taking a video with you and then have this fake text message come down that says, "Oh, I enjoyed clapping your cheeks the other day," and then you sit there and be like, "Bitch, did you just cheat on me?" Yeah, I can't do that to you. You just attack me on camera and we fighting on TikTok.
Like the Undertaker, boy, give you a choke slam.
You know what? You know what? And I hate to have to give you the people's elbow. So yeah, no, I can't do all that. But I definitely have been feeling TikToks lately. I'm back watching TikToks for at least an hour.
You back on TikTok?
I love TikTok. That to me, I feel like that's a form of like self-care, because I literally I learn more than I just laugh on TikTok. But just I get to zone out. It's like watching TV, but it's watching real people. But I don't know.
It's quick too, though.
People are creative out here, man.
You think this will make your attention span short? Like short videos like that, so then when you go talk about something long, you be like, bro, this is too much.
Well, now you can do TikToks up to 3 minutes. And so it's like sometimes the stories are like really, really good. So you're like, oh, good, they got 3 minutes to talk about this. But sometimes it's like, girl, this could have been a 15-second video and we could have called it a day.
It's funny you said it, because next week we're going to talk about social media addiction and phone addiction.
Really? Uh-oh. I feel attacked already.
We're going to talk about it.
Okay, social media addiction, because that is definitely a thing. Oh, people putting all their business out.
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But so stay tuned. Again, thank you for listening to us and tuning in every week. And always remember to protect your peace. Bye, guys.